Like I say every year, I don't know. Things. This year is a little different because every time I said that, it's been because I didn't know if I was going to be traded. Because that's been kind of a theme for the last 3 years. So this year, that possibility it's out of the question. So now it's because I'll be in charge of my future and my destiny, and I have to listen to the different possibilities that I'll have on the table. First, it's an exciting moment. I think that I wanted to be able to enjoy and not be too stressed about. Even though at some point I'm going to have to make a decision, and I have to decide where I'm going to play and who I'm going to play with. So it'd be exciting. I look at this as an opportunity, and probably for the first and only maybe time I'll be a free agent where I can choose. And it's exciting. It's nothing that I experienced before in the NBA, so it should be fun. I'm still gonna listen closely to what the Lakers will have to offer and say about the team's situation and position at the time, which today we know what it is today, but we don't know what it's going to be in July 1st. See how the draft is going to play out, who they're going to end up drafting, and things like that can have an impact or an effect on the structure of the team. I think it depends. It would be kind of difficult. I think you don't know. We have here, Kobe healthy, Kobe being healthy, and hopefully Steve being healthier, would have a strong core. We really haven't been able to utilize that core consistently the last 2 years, and that's been part of the problem, I guess, part of the issue. But as long as you have Kobe and thinking that I know he's going to work extremely hard and to be back at the best possible shape of I don't know about his career, but I think he will be in great shape, and I think he will be performing at a very high level. And then you add certain pieces around that core, things could happen and things can go your way. They really haven't gone our way the last 2 years, and but I think at some point that changes. But let's see. I don't know. I have to evaluate each and every option and possibility that I'll have on the table, and trying to kind of put my feelings aside a little and make a decision where I could fit the best and where I would have the best opportunity in order to, hopefully I go after a championship. I think Mike and I had our misunderstandings over this last 2 years, and it's been 2 different years, and I think last year was in a position where Dwight got a lot of attention. The team wanted him to succeed and feel comfortable and pleased enough, so he would resign with the Lakers and stay here. So the philosophy of having 2 big men, low post interior players was very hard to make happen. So I know it's been it's been a struggle for our team, and we just never were healthy enough or in a position where things could work and click. But I don't know how much it would affect my decision. But I do believe that the coaching spot and the coach that runs the team, it has an important role. Yeah, I think we found a common ground. Because I was more used to, and I've always been kind of more used to playing a more under control, slower tempo type of game. But I was open to a higher pace. I think this year I adjusted a little better to it as I played more at the center position, because I was finally I wanted to get myself closer to the basket, whether it was through pick and rolls or through just going straight to the post. The offense is really not predicated on getting the ball to the post or getting So it's a guard-oriented offense, always starting from outside in instead of inside out, which is what I most of the time played with, and I've been very effective with. I would always lean more towards, I guess, a more controlled pace, where you try to play smarter and outthink a little bit your opponents. But again, you have to adjust to your personnel, to your pieces. You have pieces that can run and they're athletic, so you have to play to your strengths. What are your strengths? That's what you have to identify. And once you identify your strengths, and be loyal to them and try to get better as you go. So this could be my last day, maybe. It's a chance. But I try not to think about it. Whatever happens is gonna work out for the best. I'm very privileged. I had an amazing career until this point. I want to continue to build on my career and prolong it as long as I can at a high level. I'm so just thankful, and I appreciate our fan support that I've received over the years. Not just when the things were going greatly and we were winning championships and we were in the finals 3 straight years, but also when the people recognized my effort and commitment to the team and loyalty to the team despite everything. I think that's when you most appreciate the support, not when everything is going well and you're scoring great and you're winning championships and everything. Everybody just want to say how good you are, but when things are not going great and you're struggling and then all of a sudden you get hit by vertigo and you can't finish the season, but you're still there with your team and try to be a part of it as much as you can, and the fans appreciate that. I think that's when you really see how fortunate you are and how thankful you are. Everything is good. Yeah. I felt a lot better this season physically. My knees, my feet, my back, everything felt pretty good considering. So I just got hit with respiratory infections a couple of times. Maybe that had something to do with it, with the viral infection that I suffered that affected my inner ear and caused this vertigo. So that was a different thing that I had to deal with this year. Hopefully I won't have to do it again, but you never know. That's what life is about too, adjusting. I think he has. Yeah, he has. Personally and publicly, I think he's always wanted me to be around, to be with him, to stay here. He values me as a teammate, as a great player. So I always appreciated it a lot. I never took it for granted, and I'm always gonna be very supportive of him. And I appreciate, like I said, his great respect and support that he's shown through also the rough and difficult times. When I was almost traded, and every time that he's been asked about me, he's always been extremely positive and supportive.
This has obviously been, and I've said it before, but tough year for us as a team and as an organization. But it's something that I think as individuals we've all grown from a lot, and it's hard to look back the next day and get a real understanding of all we've learned. But I know for me personally, I've grown a lot as a player and as a person through this year. And I never would have imagined getting drafted by the Lakers and being in the position I'm in today. So I'm very happy for the position that I'm in and my future going forward. I think everybody's happy with the way I played this year as a rookie. I got an opportunity that not many 48th picks in the draft would ever get. Injury set me up in a position where I wasn't at 100% at the right time, but I was lucky in that I fell to a great organization like the Lakers and got that opportunity. For me, this summer I need to take the time, we said it before, to become really a knockdown shooter, and really get even more three-point shots up. I'm open a lot more than I realize I am, and then the more physically strong and athletic I can become, the better player I'm going to become. My skill, I think I've shown, can play at this level, can play at the highest level, and as I can become stronger, more athletic, I can be more consistent. I think they certainly want me back, but at the same time, and I want to be here, but at the same time, everybody knows it's a business, and they have a lot of positions to cover. They have a lot of spots to fill this summer, and they have a lot of things to figure out. I think we both hope to work something out. For my growth, I think I've shown I can do a lot of things. I think the big thing is doing it consistently. Most rookies have their ups and downs, and I did too. There were times I shot the ball better than others. There were times I was just moving better than others, and if I can grow in those ways and then be consistent with it, I think I can be a pretty darn good player in this league and a starter. I got the opportunity to play in the D League. I think that was huge for me. That can't be said enough. Just to go out and play early in the season and play a lot of minutes, get into better shape, and just have kind of a free-flowing attitude and go out and play my game. In hindsight, there couldn't have been a better situation than the one I fell to with the Lakers, and I couldn't have been happier. When I saw that pop up on the screen and got that call, I couldn't wait to get 5 hours away, 5-hour plane ride away from home, and get a new experience that is LA. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a huge thing for me. I have to be mobile. My skill set, obviously, like I said, I have to become even a better shooter, but one of the big reasons is because when people are running at you, you have to be able to put the ball on the floor and make plays, and you can't do that if you can't move. And it's going to be about strength for me, not necessarily straight up weight. And some of that will come in time. But I'm never going to be 260 pounds or something like that, like some of the big power forwards in this league. But I just have to keep adding strength, muscle. I think for a rookie, I did a pretty good job of buying into the food aspect of everything and nutrition, and you can always get better. But for me, I was in survival mode coming into this league, and I had to find any way possible and continue to find any way possible to stay in. And I know for me that's going to be a huge part of my future is handling my body, handling my nutrition. And I loved Coach D'Antoni. I appreciate him as a person, as a coach. He gave me an opportunity that, like I said, not many guys in my position would have gotten. He let me play my game, gave me confidence when, sometimes for a guy might not have been able to get, might have been just sat down. And the one thing I always appreciate about Coach D'Antoni, most of our guys had ups and downs throughout the year, and that was kind of expected in a way because not many of our guys were super established as players, coming into this year in this league. And he always stuck with the guys that were playing their best. And I always appreciated that. If you were playing well, he kept you out there. If you weren't playing well, he took you out. Coach D'Antoni always did that, and I always appreciated that. Pal's a Hall of Famer, and I would never, until he gets a little older, I will never say that I can beat him. But he's a surprisingly big guy and moves really well too. So Pal's got a number of years left in him where he's going to be a really good player, and he's fighting for more championships, and that's his mindset, and that's what he's about. And I can only hope to have the type of career that he's had. I'm be in LA for most of the summer, and like you said, just working out. Taking my weaknesses and making them into strengths and continuing to grow in every aspect. There's been a lot to learn from them, but when you see it from a player who's been in the league, Steve Nash, or Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol, guys have been in the league for that long, still willing to put in that work every single day. It tells you, if you're going to make it that long, you have to be willing to do that every day, and you have to have a love for the game and be willing to sacrifice a lot of other things to be a great player, and that's what I want to be. So I've never felt that I've lacked in effort and hard work, and now I know there's no reason to bring any less. If anything, I have to bring even more.